There's not a whole lot we can do once the Good Friday liturgy is done at noon. So we'll start, if you have the reddish book, which the deacon pulled out today, which we're using, sort of begin on page 83. And I will attempt to carry the crucifix and begin with Behold the Wood of the Cross. And our pious choir director will sing the response, or we all can. But anyways, page 83 in the book with the red cover. And I don't know what comes next. We do all that. And the reproaches are very beautiful, and perhaps we could sing some of those. And I mean, that's quite extraordinary. It's really very beautiful. So if we can do that much, do you have this book, Lord Bond? Okay. So we'll depend on your vocalization. And then Faithful Cross Above All Other, we'll attempt to sing. And I know the rubrics are kind of wrong about it. I think all the music's there. And I believe that we can't do the pre-sanctified communion. Some dark, unhappy soul reported on us years ago that you can't do that twice in one day. And I think the hierarchy with less understanding, but maybe more wisdom, agreed. That's what we can do. If that's agreeable, we will do that. It's a good devotion. I mean, it couldn't be better. It's one of the most ancient devotions of the church. So if you allow me to take my time, I'll use the simple tone. It's always so helpful to have, and we did have good help, a deacon, subdeacon, and acolytes at noon today. So, so the veneration begins at the lower step and rises in tone for 3 tones. Behold the wood of the cross, on which hung the world's salvation.
Oh, come, let us worship.
Behold the wood of the cross, on which hung the world's salvation.
Oh, come, let us worship.
Behold the wood of the cross, on which hung the world's salvation.
Oh, come, let us worship.
So, I think the choir department and the video department should come and venerate. And then can you return to your places, and we'll continue with the rest of the music for veneration. So we're ready for veneration, just as you would come to the altar rail for Holy Communion, if you're in that habit. In fact, everyone can, because then we'll be more free to hold our books and deal with things. So, one priest, one eye, one lung, and the grace of God.
I'll go last. Do the rails first.
Oh, sorry. There we are. Now we'll do the real devotional stuff. When I can possibly participate.
O my people, what have I done unto Or wherein have I wearied thee? Testify against me. Because I brought thee forth from the land of Egypt, thou hast prepared a cross for thy Saviour. Agios o Theos, Holy God. Agios Ischios, Holy Mighty. Agios Athanatos, Eleis Animas. Holy Immortal, have mercy upon us. Because I led thee through the desert 40 years and fed thee with manna, and brought thee into a land exceeding good, thou hast prepared a cross for thy Saviour. Agios Theos, Holy God. Agios Ischios, Holy Mighty. Agios Athanatos, Eleis Animas. Holy Immortal, have mercy upon us. What more could I have done for thee that I have not done? I indeed did plant thee my vineyard exceeding fair, and thou art become very bitter unto me. For vinegar thou gavest to quench my thirst, and hast pierced with the spear the side of thy Saviour. Agios Theos, Holy God. Agios Ischios, Holy Mighty. Agios Athanatos, Eleis Animas. Holy Immortal, have mercy upon us. I did scourge Egypt with her firstborn for thy sake, and thou hast scourged me and delivered me up. O my people, what have I done unto thee? Or wherein have I wearied thee? Testify against me. I led thee out of Egypt, drowning Pharaoh in the Red Sea, and thou hast delivered me up unto the chief priests. O my people, what have I done unto thee? Or wherein have I wearied thee? Testify against me. I opened the sea before thee, and thou hast opened my side with a spear. O my people, what have I done unto thee? Or wherein have I wearied thee? Testify against me. I went before thee in a pillar of cloud, and thou hast led me unto the judgment hall. O my people, what have I done unto thee? Or wherein have I wearied thee? Testify against me. I fed thee with manna in the desert, and thou hast stricken me with blows and scourges. O my people, what have I done unto thee? Or wherein have I wearied thee? Testify against me. I gave thee to drink of the water of salvation from the rock, and thou hast given me gall and vinegar to drink. O my people, what have I done unto thee? Or wherein have I wearied thee? Testify against me. For thee I smote the kings of the Canaanites, and thou hast smitten my head with a reed. O my people, what have I done unto thee? Or wherein have I wearied thee? Testify against me. I gave thee a royal scepter, and thou hast given unto my head a crown of thorns. O my people, what have I done unto thee? Or wherein have I wearied thee? Testify against me. I exalted thee with great power, and thou hast hanged me upon the gibbet of the cross. O my people, what have I done unto thee? Or wherein have I wearied thee? Testify against me. We venerate thy cross, O Lord, and praise and glorify thy holy resurrection. For by virtue of thy cross, joy hath come to the whole world. Should we move on to the faithful cross, Father?
I think so. Brilliant.
All 10 verses of the whole thing?
Sure. That's why we're here.
Okay. Faithful cross above all other, one and only noble tree, none in foliage, none in blossom, none in fruit thy peer may be. Sweetest wood and sweetest iron, wow. Sweetest weight is hung on thee. Sing, my tongue, the glorious battle. Sing the ending of the fray. Now above the cross the trophy, sound the high triumphant lay. Tell how Christ, the world's Redeemer, as a victim won the day. Faithful cross above all other, one and only noble tree, none in foliage, none in blossom, none in fruit thy peer may be. Sweetest wood and sweetest iron, sweetest weight is hung on thee. God in pity saw man fallen, shamed and sunk in misery, when he fell on death by tasting fruit from the forbidden tree. Then another tree was chosen, which the world from death should free. Faithful cross above all other, one and only noble tree, none in foliage, none in blossom, none in fruit thy peer may be. Sweetest wood and sweetest iron, sweetest weight is hung on thee. Thus the scheme of our salvation was of old in order laid, that the manifold deceivers art by art might be outweighed, and the lure the foe put forward into means of healing made. Faithful cross above all other, one and only noble tree, none in foliage, none in blossom, none in fruit thy peer may be. Sweetest wood and sweetest iron, sweetest weight is hung on thee. Therefore, when the appointed fullness of the holy time was come, he was sent who maketh all things forth from God's eternal home. Thus he came to earth incarnate, offspring of a maiden's womb. Sweetest wood and sweetest iron, sweetest weight is hung on thee. Lo, he lies an infant weeping, where the narrow manger stands, while the mother maid his members wraps in mean and lowly bands, and the swaddling clothes is winding round his helpless feet and hands. Faithful cross above all other, one and only noble tree, none in foliage, none in blossom, none in fruit thy peer may be. Sweetest wood and sweetest iron, sweetest weight is hung on thee. 30 years among us dwelling, his appointed time fulfilled. Born for this he meets his passion, for that this he freely willed. On the cross the Lamb is lifted, where his lifeblood shall be spilled. Sweetest wood and sweetest iron, Sweetest weight is hung on thee. He endured the nails, the spitting, vinegar and spear and reed. From that holy body broken, blood and water forth proceed. Earth and star and sky and ocean, by that flood from stain are freed. Faithful cross above all other, one and only noble tree, none in foliage, none in blossom, none in fruit thy peer may be. Sweetest wood and sweetest iron, sweetest weight is hung on thee. Bend thy boughs, O tree of glory, thy relaxing sinews bend, for a while the ancient rigor that thy birth bestowed suspend, and the King of heavenly beauty on thy bosom gently tend. Sweetest wood and sweetest iron, sweetest weight is hung on thee. Thou alone wast counted worthy this world's ransom to uphold, for a shipwrecked race preparing harbor like the ark of old, with the sacred blood anointed from the smitten Lamb that rolled. Faithful cross above all other, one and only noble tree, none in foliage, none in blossom, none in fruit thy peer may be. Sweetest wood and sweetest iron, sweetest weight is hung on thee. To the Trinity be glory, everlasting as is meet, equal to the Father, equal to the Son and Paraclete, trinal unity whose praises all created things repeat. Amen. Sweetest wood and sweetest iron, sweetest weight is hung on thee.
On you and remain with you always. Amen. So, we conclude our devotions thusly.